Hi gamers, this is Mandagar. I play online games. This video is about Clash of Clans and how to farm the Champions League bonus with the new matchmaking system. Now, this is my first attempt at ever making a YouTube video, so if any comments would be very appreciated. Both quality, sound and picture comments or content comments about what you want to see, what I should do differently, those kind of things. My goal with this video is to explain how I plan to farm my heroes to max for Town Hall 9 and at the same time get my lava walls done. So first, this technique will probably work for Town Hall 8, 9 and 10. I'm not so sure about 7. But if we look at my base first, you will notice that I'm actually rushed Town Hall 9. Here's my research, and you can see that uh, Pega's a level 1, Dragon's level 2, Wizard's level 4. They are not upgraded to Town Hall 9 level, and some of them not even Town Hall 8 level. If we look at my buildings, probably easiest in the village editor, you will notice that all elixir buildings are maxed, and all storages or collectors are maxed now. But the defenses are far from maxed. The only maxed one are Wizard Tower and Expos. The cannons are level 8 and 9. Archer Tower is level 7 and 8. So that's, if I'm not mistaken, Town Hall 7 levels. I do have 24 lava walls now. Um, Air Defense level 5 and 6, that's Town Hall 7 and 8 level. Mortars level 6. My Teslas are very under leveled. Um, yeah, that's about it. The bombs are also somewhat under leveled for a Town Hall 9. So therefore I think this can work for both Town Hall 8, 9 and 10. So as I said, my goal is to show how I believe I can get my heroes to level 30 and my lava walls done. Probably before all the defensive buildings are done, because 2 builders are on heroes, 1 is free for walls, and 2 will be on all the defensive structures, which will take a long time with only 2 builders. So the changes in the matchmaking system happened about April 30. Before it was all based on cups. So if you were up in Champions League, you would be matched against Master 1 or Champion League bases, which are generally very hard Town Hall 9 and 10s. Now with the new change, if you're above 3200 cups, it's still matching with a Master 1 or Champion base. But below 3200 cups, you are matched based on finding a Town Hall of the same Town Hall level as you, plus minus 1 level. So as Town Hall 9, I will be matched against Town Hall 8, 9 or 10. But that matching is very broad league-wise, so I will be matched with bases all the way down to Crystal 1, which are a lot easier than Champion League bases. So therefore, being just below 3200 but still having the Champion League badge will give you some easy victories you wouldn't get if you were above 3200 cups. So how do I do it? Well, of course, you have to get to Champions League first, and then you have to drop just below 3200 cups. You do that by either losing a defense or just attacking someone and dropping 1 troop, and then you are below 3200. Getting up here, I used Bards or BAM, meaning Barbarian Archers and Minions only. Pretty much the same technique as I'm going to describe a little bit with the different base types you will run into. But the important part is you play in sessions. You cannot play one time and then log out and then be attacked and then log in and then play again. That will make it very hard to keep the trophies in Champions League. So at least 1 hour, I would say 2 hour sessions is probably the best you can do. So then next advice is be patient. Don't attack a base. If you haven't seen anything for a few minutes, keep searching instead of attacking something and then losing. You will learn after a while which bases you can win against and which you can't, but it's not so easy with the BAM to take on bases where the town hall is in the center. Sometimes all this just barging the exposed town halls gets boring, so what I do is when I log out I build some more interesting army, Ballonion or whatever I feel like, and then use that for the first attack in the next session. But generally I just stick to BAM. The way I do BAM is one barrack barbarians, three barrack archers, and the two dark barracks filled with minions. So my troop composition always varies depending on what I used in the last battle, what is left over. My spells is generally one or two lightning and the rest rage. I use the lightning for taking out clan castle troops if necessary, or sometimes getting the 1 extra % if you are at 49%. The rage is, yeah, well, to make the troops stronger if in case you are suddenly facing a trapped town hall that is a little bit too hard or whatever it could be. About loot per hour, I don't think I've mentioned that. I get 5 to 10 wins per hour, so it's on average probably around 7, so 1.2 million golden elixir per hour and around 8,400 dark elixir, and that is the league bonus only. Sometimes I also get something from storages or collectors which adds on top of that. About the bases, you have the pure snipes, which is, yeah, well, it's a town hall in the corner all covered by decorations or non-defensive buildings, so you can just drop a few troops and you win. Then you have the possible snipes, which is town hall in the corner, but there's nothing around it, so you could be trapped. Those bases can be tricky, but usually they are easy as long as you have more than half your army. Then you have the semi-exposed town hall, I call it. That's town halls within the range of defenses, but those are usually okay as long as there's not too many wizard towers, mortars, or multi-target infernos around. You will learn to which one you can win and which one you can't, depending on how many troops you have. Just have to try. Sometimes it goes wrong, but then that's the way it is. Then you have the center town halls. Generally, if it's well upgraded town hall 9 and 10, I leave them alone. If it is town hall 8, then they are easy to take for town hall 9 with upgraded BAM troops. If it's premature town hall 9 and 10, sometimes I attack. Town hall 10 is a bit tricky because it has so many buildings that it can be hard to get the 50%. Anyway, as to round it up, I'll just show you my my defense log so you can see. Oops. So you can see that actually with an exposed town hall, you generally get sniped. I think the only real attack here is this one around 2 days ago where I haven't played the whole weekend. So both my storages and collectors had a lot of loot in them. So he got a nice amount. But the rest, if we look down, it actually goes back something like 14 days and it's all snipes. So you generally don't lose much. That was a week back. All snipes. My attack log, I haven't been playing, so I think there's no real replays left. 4 replays and it's all snipes. Well, the top one might have been a trap town hall. But that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will comment below so I can know whatever to improve. Maybe put a like or subscribe if you want to see my future videos. Thank you, Mandagar out.